Hi, and welcome to the daily reading for June 12th. And as every day this year, Jesus Calling is the book we're reading from, and it's by Sarah Young. And the subtitle is Enjoying Peace in His Presence. So, June 12th. Let me help you get through this day. There are many possible paths to travel between your getting up in the morning and your lying down at night. Stay alert to the many choice points along the way, being continually aware of my presence. You will get through the day one way or another, or one way or the other. One way is to moan and groan, stumbling along with shuffling feet. This will get you to the end of the day eventually, but there is a better way. You can choose to walk with me along the path of peace, leaning on me as much as you need. There will still be difficulties along the way, but you can face them confidently in my strength. Thank me for each problem you encounter, and watch to see how I transform trials into blessings. And this ties in with 1 Corinthians 10, verse 10, and Luke 1, verse 79, which I wouldn't have thought there were 79 verses, but anyway, it's not usually as high a number as that. Interesting. Anyway, let me help you get through this day. Yeah, so I like that there's two choices. There's walking with Jesus and giving him all your problems and asking him for help and being peaceful because you're letting go of all your worries and your fears and your anger and your poor me and your moaning and your groaning. Or you can do the moaning and the groaning and the shuffling of your feet and the stumbling along and trying to do it all by yourself. And believe me, I have done that many times. And it's not the happiest end of the day, usually. So my days seem to be much happier at the end than they were years ago. And I know I've been doing a lot of spiritual work on myself for years. But I do feel that this connection with Jesus every day is it's gently nudging the needle in a direction that is unexpected. I wasn't sure what was going to happen when I started to read this. I know that I turned back to God a couple of years ago, and that was strange at the time, but absolutely, it was a certainty. Like I was absolutely certain about it. And I am no less certain now that, I have this connection with God and Jesus. And my husband says the Bible is just a good story that somebody wrote. But, and who knows, none of us have absolute proof, I don't think anyway, that all the Bible stories are true. But they are a way to connect you with something possible. I believe in miracles. So there's many miracles in the Bible, I believe. I certainly heard about some of them when sitting in church. But as I've said many times, I've confessed to not reading the Bible. So I don't know about all the miracles in the Bible. But, this choice, that we have this choice to walk our day in peace or to stumble through it, moaning and groaning. And I just don't see that there's a choice, really, or the choice is so obvious that we all want a peaceful day. But sometimes we get stuck in that poor me, that moaning and groaning. And it's not that we enjoy it, but it's what we're used to. And it's what we kind of have always done. Or maybe we're stuck in it and have been for years. So maybe not always done it, but we've done it for a long time. And that comfort zone, even when it's a negative comfort zone, is really comfortable, rather than this new thing that I'm doing, saying to Jesus, hey, come on, give me a hand here, because I need it. I'm on the way to the moaning and the groaning. So each day it seems to get a little bit easier for me to catch the moaning and the groaning and ask for help. And I invite you just to try it out. If you're curious about it, just try to do that. Be thankful for the hurdle, the problem, and give it to Jesus and say, can you help me with this? And see what happens. Just see what happens. One of my favorite words is curious. So just be curious. Namaste. Love to you all. Bye now. Bye.